I know about the curse of immortality. So there's another death-related curse too? You cursed us? When? And why would you do such a thing?
So often, humans pray to me, begging to know when their death will come and what form it will take. But few people ask why. If you must have an answer, know that death comes simply because one's time has come.
So you're not gonna tell us the truth?
Hold your tongue. By all rights, you shouldn't even be allowed to speak with me. Those angels from the past are to blame for the reckless renovation of the ley lines here. It's made my work on this occasion infuriatingly complicated.
Work? So trapping us here, making us watch our friends die, that's just another day at work for you?
You clearly have a lot of questions. Fine. As a reward for your remarkable accomplishments over the past few days, I shall answer a few of your inquiries, provided they aren't too unreasonable. After the physical body dies, the soul must return to the ley lines for that person's death to be considered complete. My work encompasses the entire process of death, including, naturally, the guiding of souls into the ley lines, with which you are now so familiar. You must also be rather familiar with Natlan's Night Kingdom, I presume? It was I who supported the creation of the Night Kingdom. It provided a convenient means of guiding the souls of Natlan. Here, too, the ley lines connected to the theater underwent some modifications. The angels hoped to make them capable of accommodating the souls of some special creations. But this actually hindered their ability to accept ordinary souls to some degree. This effect manifested itself after you died from the curse in the theater, leaving you stranded in the afterlife, unable to achieve a complete death. But if souls who die from the curse of death fail to return to the ley lines within a short window of time, they will miss their chance for good. Then, they will remain forever suspended between life and death, no longer subject to the authorities of either.
So if you don't resolve this matter soon, and see all our souls return to the ley lines before long, we'll escape your control.
Mitya is sharp. This must be what Renova was worried might happen, and the reason she got involved to begin with. But if you have the authority to guide souls, why didn't you just show yourself and get it over with? Why hide among us in the form of Alosha?
You seek to understand the mind of a god. Very well. I'll tell you. This is a theater, and I decided I wanted to watch a show about death. That's why I encouraged you to take the events to the stage. I found myself getting quite immersed. I suppose the entertainment you provided makes up for all the trouble you've caused me by being so defiant in the face of death. There. Are you happy with my answer?
Can't say I am.
Really? But it fits the stereotypes you humans have about gods.
Just moments ago, you were complaining about how infuriatingly complicated your work here has been. Work is work, I get it. There are times when it's a huge pain, but you just have to get it done, right?
That's a rather unique perspective for a human. You are in fact correct. There is a pain point in this case. Due to the obstruction in the theater's ley lines, there is a hard limit on the number of souls they can receive each day, making it impossible for me to ferry all your souls at once. Revealing my identity too soon would inevitably have led to futile resistance, and there was a risk that any souls who chose to run would disappear. Then there was the issue of the 2 lost souls you called the deceased. The way you resolved that quandary was all part of my design.
That's what I don't understand. If all of us were souls of the dead, what made their presence among us special?
For centuries, they have refused to return to the ley lines, exploiting the issues created by the angel civilization to resist being drawn in. Centuries of obsession accumulated during this process. You may think of this obsession as the resentment of the dead, and in this quantity, It was a bomb that could have detonated at any moment. It reached the point where I could not afford to leave it unchecked. But the only way to fix it was to help them acknowledge their own deaths, make peace with their regrets, and willingly walk into the snowstorm. Only then, with my guidance, could they finally return to the ley lines. Otherwise, you would not like to know what the consequences would have been.
I vaguely remember seeing Batashka, but in the most terrifying form. Was that in a dream? Is that what would have become of her if she hadn't returned to the ley lines?
I see your dreams brought you many revelations. So you see, death in fact grants wisdom to mortals. Souls connect to all things in the world and see the chain of cause and effect between them. It's nothing unusual. Anyway, giving psychological counseling to lost souls is not my strong suit. That is more of an angel's role. It was something I could not resolve directly using my authority, so I decided it was easier to leave the bomb defusal to you. Meanwhile, of course, their presence caused the souls of other members of your party to return to the ley lines each night. From where I stand, that was killing two birds with one stone. As both issues slowly resolved one another without me having to lift a finger, all I had to do was stay close by and keep the situation under control. Then use my authority to wrap things up at the end. And, of course, while I was at it, I thoroughly enjoyed watching this drama, dealing with death from a mortal perspective, play out on the stage.
Sounds like you had it all figured out, Grim Reaper. I just did the math. You said there's a hard limit to the number of souls the ley lines here can receive each day. It's 2, isn't it?
That much is obvious, even to a fool.
It's time to review this whole affair. If the ley lines can only take in 2 people per day, I need to go over the deaths from these past few days again. Looking back now, none of us had the faintest idea at the time. From the moment that staff member named Demoff walked into the snowstorm, the incident had already begun. No. Let me go over this again. No. Alosha was the second to walk into the snowstorm after Demoff to investigate. During this process, the ruler of death assumed his identity, making him one of the victims. During our first night in the theater, everyone was caught up in the novelty of it all. No one could have expected there would be victims the very next morning. Despite all the confusion, and with the help of hindsight, we finally began to realize that something was amiss with the snowstorm. The ley lines devoured Torgov and Sobolova on the first night. At the time, we thought this might be a murder case connected to Lelik. Odette and I spoke a lot that night. 3 people were on watch, but in the morning, we discovered that someone had fallen victim all the same. The deaths of Kulish and Rampana caused everyone to stop suspecting Lelik. Unexplainable phenomena occurred one after another, leading Mitya to suspect that we were caught up in a supernatural event. Later, we discovered that there seemed to be an extra person among us, and subsequently discovered the existence of the deceased. Mr. Schramm realized he was the deceased and walked into the snowstorm to return to the ley lines of his own accord. It turns out there really was a dead person among us. No, He thought it was all over, but Mr. Valeri's death was a rude awakening for everyone. The ley lines consumed him during the night regardless. A lot happened today. Mr. Valeri's death led us to discover the connection between the number of deceased and the number of victims during the night. The fact that there was more than one deceased seemed to bring us back to square one. Odette revealed some information she had been keeping to herself. Although Mitya did indeed walk into the snowstorm that day, he returned from the ley lines with the help of Vodyanitsa's Requiem. The void in the ley lines hasn't been filled, so let's rule out Mitya for now. As it happened, Ptashka filled the void left by Mitya's return from the ley lines by walking into the snowstorm this morning. The girl I thought was child sister Tonya turned out to be another of the theater's deceased. Vodyanitsa was swallowed by the ley lines in her sleep, but the requiem she sang before falling asleep was quite a game changer. Come to think of it, Ptashka was about to walk into the snowstorm at that time, and Renova, unaware that Mitya would return, was concerned that her soul would overflow from the ley lines. That's why she used Alosha's voice to try and persuade her to stay behind. Looking back, I suppose that was an early slip-up on her part. No one could have expected anyone who walked into the snowstorm to return. But just after nightfall, Mitya returned, bringing crucial information with him. Various truths began to surface, including that all of us were already dead and that the ruler of death was here among us. Then, after revealing her true form, Renova callously claimed 2 souls. In fact, everyone was already dead by the time we took the photo. And in the days since, we've experienced many more partings in the afterlife. Now, only Mitya and I remain. And the true culprit behind everything still stands before us. In Mitya's eyes, I see the same anger and frustration that I feel. That covers everything. It's all clear now.
Your work isn't finished here yet, is it? The Traveler and I are still standing here, safe and sound.
The Water Imp's song threw things off a little, but it is of no consequence. The ley lines have already anchored your soul, and the first ray of light tomorrow morning will take you back. I, meanwhile, need to review my attitude towards the Water Imp race.
So the reunion in the night that Vodyanitsa mentioned, I suppose that was never meant to be a permanent reunion.
That just leaves you, Traveler. My power only allows me to temporarily separate your soul from your body. The ley lines of Tevat would not accept you, and your soul is firmly anchored to your body by your will. For a descender like you, who is not bound by Tevat's rules, your death can only be brought through the most violent of means, such as directly destroying either your body or soul. I have no interest in involving myself with Descenders. For now. Although, this may change if Asmodee remains missing. Or you insist on interfering with our affairs.
One last question then. All our struggles and sacrifices here, they were meaningless from the very beginning, weren't they?
Death abides no reason. Besides, what you call sacrifice is merely a concept created by humanity. To me, it is nothing more than a self-indulgent charade in the face of death. Mere mortals fantasizing that their actions could reclaim something from my grasp. A truly laughable idea.
Grim Reaper, you really know how to get on my nerves.
I'm not here to ingratiate myself with you. I kill merely because your deaths are necessary.
Oh, you've made that quite clear. But humans don't take well to being scorned. Not even by the gods.
This is futile. You must know that you are powerless against me in my own domain. I suggest that you save your strength.
For what? Maybe we can't change it. But if nothing else, we can at least teach you to have some respect for the dead.
Audacious.
How are you holding up, Odette?
What happened to me?
How much do you remember?
What do you mean? Is the performance over? I can't seem to recall what happened.
Has Odette already forgotten? Mitya?
Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I spaced out there for a second. Remind me who you are?
Don't you remember anything?
Yeah, I remember now, comrade. Looks like we guessed right. Just like me when Odette found me at the Armory Palace. For some reason, everyone killed by the ruler of death eventually came back to life. Just with one catch. They forgot what happened while they were dead.
Odette and the others have already forgotten everything. Why were you able to remember this time?
Could this be the reason? You said this is the ruler of death's symbol, right?
I don't see anything there.
You don't? Huh. Okay, I guess that makes sense. I carved this into my hand in the afterlife, so it's not visible in the physical world. Does that mean I carved this symbol into my soul? What an unsettling thought. Still, at least I get to remember what happened. I suppose it's a blessing in disguise. What about you, though? The ruler of death mentioned that you're a descender? Is that why you can remember?
A full explanation would get complicated very quickly. But that's essentially it.
Well then, now that it's all over, let's figure out what we've learned. The first thing I notice is that everything here is precisely as we left it, right before our deaths. This confirms that time passes differently in the afterlife than in the real world.
They say that right before death, time slows down, and your whole life flashes before your eyes.
That must be how you know you have one foot in the afterlife by that point. Anyway, clearly the few days we spent in the afterlife probably only amounted to a few short minutes in the real world. This also aligns with previous reports of widespread temporary memory loss among the Armory Palace personnel. Now it seems likely that those were all brief deaths caused by the Grim Reaper's so-called curse of death. To those unaware of the truth, dying and coming back to life must feel similar to a short bout of catatonia. This leaves me with a couple big questions. What are the conditions that trigger this so-called curse of death? And why are we resurrected after we die?
If nothing else, I think it shows that killing us wasn't her ultimate goal. We still don't know her true reasons for subjecting us to death.
Right. This time only got complicated because of the situation with the theater's ley lines. That's why she had to approach it differently. If the previous incidents of amnesia among the researchers are anything to go by, killing us is usually a pretty routine matter. Come to think of it, wasn't I about to note something down before I died? I can't remember what it was, but I think it was something related to my research project. Sorry, Traveler. I'll catch up with you again later. Right now, I have to make a trip back to the Armory Palace.
Sir, if I may, no one of your description has ever shown up in my investigations into Mr. Mitia's friends. Yet, you two seem very familiar with each other. Could you perhaps tell me where he was in such a rush to get to? And, by the way, have we ever crossed paths? Forgive the presumptuousness, but I feel a vague and indescribable sense of familiarity about you.
I can explain everything. Could you help me gather everyone in the theater in one place?
So Chuganov really is going to shut down the factory. I guess this theater incident actually did us some good after all. So, you said I promised to take you to the Armory Palace while we were in the afterlife, yes? I believe you. I think I even have a vague memory of it. Agreed. Let's check in on her first. The whole reason for our trip to the Armory Palace anyway is to figure out what's going on with her health.
I'm finally back. Even though a long time has passed from my perspective. As far as Paimon's concerned, I probably just went out to watch a very short show. I should keep my emotions in check when I see Paimon again, or it'll seem weird.
Wait. The atmosphere here feels off. Shh. Stay quiet. Let's go inside and take a look.
Have we still not been able to notify Child yet? We need new orders. What if that person comes back again? I'm so sorry. Under the circumstances, there was really nothing we could do.
Tell me, what happened to Paimon?
It was the Jester. He came here in person and escorted Miss Paimon away. He's the director of the Fatui. His authority supersedes all others and cannot be questioned. There was nothing we could do.
How long ago did he leave? And what was Paimon's status?
It was about an hour ago. Miss Paimon was fast asleep at the time. The Jester simply walked off with her as if it was only natural. I assure you, he absolutely did not use any force.
Do you know where they went?
The Armory Palace, most likely. Lord Piero, the Jester, has been overseeing the experiments there lately, keeping a close eye on their progress. Everyone in the Fatui has heard about it by now. I'm surprised he came in person. Whatever his reason for taking Paimon, he'll most likely return to the Armory Palace first, which is exactly where we were headed anyway.
Then lead the way, Odette.
Okay, let's go. It's just up ahead. Quick, let's get inside.
No, I'll go alone. You know I'm planning to force my way in. You're with the Fatui, so you should stay outside.
I was hardly planning on taking you through the official channels anyway. I'm here to force my way in, just like you. I may be a Fatus, but I'm also Lelik, enemy of Project Stuja. Paimon's safety is paramount right now. With me around, you'll have an extra pair of hands. There might be devices inside that are easier for an insider to deal with.
If you say so.
Let's go. There's no time to hesitate.
Hey, who are you? This part of the Armory Palace is under restricted access. What do you think you're doing?
No questions, please. We're short on time.
I'll make short work of you.
I think not. I live within you.
Mission.
Shadow me. Waltz of the snowflakes. Fear the coming storm.
Order guide you.
By royal decree. Such defiance. Yumpy dumpy go! Heaven's wrong, made mine. Let's begin.
I can still... Let me try.
Do you have a pass? Where are you coming from? So, you're intruders, huh? Don't blame me for what happens next!
Take too long.
the Armory Palace is hidden this deep in? This place is much bigger than I imagined.
They're conducting top-secret research after all. The deeper it's hidden, the better, is standard Fatui logic.
The style doesn't really look like the Fatui's handiwork, though.
They must have requisitioned some structures from a past civilization. It also serves as a bit of a disguise.
Looks like intruders! Stay alert!
Intruders? Don't come.
Just what are you guys trying to do here?
I'm short work, it's your scalp!
By royal decree, such defiance. I live within you.
It's your scalp!
Dumpy, go! Fine, fine, go! Shadow me. Crystalline adagio.
No one interferes with the Jester's work!
Sharp.
Looks like no one's guarding this place.
There's something off about that decoration over there. Look out!
Let's deal with these before we move on.
Oz, reveal by...
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
I think not. Fine, fine, boom! The researchers here probably don't know that we're uninvited guests. Let's try not to hurt them.
What's the big star from the theater doing here?
That's Miss Odette. She's a member of the Fatui. Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Was the whole reason for Project Stuja to support the research here at the Armory Palace? Just what are the Fatui and the Tsaritsa planning?
Whoa! Who are you? Never seen you around here before.
Looks like there's no way through here.
Maybe using the power of this prism could help?
Stabilize!
I think I see some images.
It's the prism's power at play, causing images of the past to reappear, albeit only as illusions. Let's make our way.
Paimon. And the Jester. Is this another scene from the past?
Yes. It looks quite old, though. I don't think it happened in the recent past.
What's going on here? What happened?
The source seems to be the Armory Palace. They must have started some large-scale experiment.
Wait, what if this has something to do with Paimon? We need to hurry!
We're almost there. The Armory Palace is just up ahead.
Paimon, please be okay.